Hi, I'm Jake Carlson. I'm an associate professor of library science here at Purdue, and I'm also the data services specialist. One of the things that I do is to go out and to talk to faculty with regards to their needs for their data set. So how can we as librarians engage faculty and learn more about what they're doing in terms of the research and in terms of the data that they're generating, learn more about how they're handling that data currently, and learn more about what their unmet needs are. So where are the gaps in what they're doing compared to what they'd like to do, maybe sharing their data with a wider audience or preserving their data for long-term access. And in doing these conversations with faculty, we've learned that there's a real need for graduate students in this area as well. So graduate students are being trained to become researchers in their field, sociology, chemistry, wherever they're going to, but they're not necessarily receiving the training they need in data management and data curation skills. And so I'm leading a project that's funded by the IMLS, the Institute of Museum and Library Services, together with Cornell University, the University of Minnesota, and the University of Oregon to explore the needs of graduate students in this area. So what are graduate students currently doing with data? How are they working with data? What kind of training and education are they receiving in data management and data curation skills? And so this project involves really investigating that and getting fairly in depth with current situation and looking at how libraries can address their unmet needs with providing educational training and skill development. And so this project is pretty much divided up into 3 stages. The first stage is doing some pretty intense environmental scanning. So going out and researching information from the disciplines that we're partnering with. We have some faculty partners that we're working with, and we're trying to get a sense of how does the discipline see these particular needs? How are they conceptualizing data management skills? How are they acting on it? What are the ideals that they're purporting that their discipline should be moving towards? We're then going and interviewing faculty and graduate students to find more about what their current practices are. How are they actually handling data in the lab? And then we're doing some analysis to see what the gaps are between the ideal that are put forth by the discipline and the actual practice in the lab. And using that information, plus our knowledge and skills as librarians, we're coming up with some educational programming to work with graduate students in the lab to better address what they see as the gaps in their knowledge. We're launching these educational programs over the fall, and once those are completed, we'll be doing some assessment and getting a sense of what kind of impact we've had working with graduate students. And then we'll be comparing our experiences across the 5 teams from the different universities that I mentioned to come up with a model for other librarians to use and implement their own data management, information literacy type skill programs.